Shavua Tov, everybody. This week is going to be the Hilula of a very famous great rabbi. Actually was born in Jerusalem from Syrian heritage. Originally his name was Rabbi Avraham Mordechai Nisim Harari Raful. So a shortened version will be Rab Avraham Raful, naturally. And he was actually born in Yerushalayim. As I said before, he came from a Syrian heritage. He was born in the year 1895. So we're talking about towards the end of the 19th century. The English calendar date was the 10th of April. And passed away at the age of 96, naturally on Chaf-Hei Kislev, the first day of Chanukah, which is going to be tomorrow evening in the year, and he passed away in the year 1991 in English calendar. So we're talking about his 31 years since he had passed away. It's going to be tomorrow evening as we enter the festival of Chanukah. And he became like a very, very big teacher, a great Rav of the Yeshivat Porat Yosef, where I've mentioned many, many different Rabbanim in this big Oriental Rabbanim series. As it goes, as I said before, he was born in Yerushalayim. He was to Rabbi Ezra. He was a son of Rabbi Ezra Harari Raful, and came from a great line of Rabbanim from the Syrian line of Rabbanim, the great Syrian heritage from that country where there was so much great Torah taking place at that time, during that time period. And he learned in the Talmud Torah in the Buharian neighborhood, where many of the great Sephardi Rabbanim naturally came to over there. And then he learned in Yeshivat. It was called Ohel Moed. And that was actually built through the establishment of his father next to the Rabbi Shlomo Laniado. Naturally, another great Syrian rabbi, naturally. And in the year 1914, he got married. So that would have been, he would have been about 20 years old, to a woman of the name Sarah, who was the daughter of Rabbi Yosef Zakai, also another great rabbi. So a lot of great Rabbanim families being mixed together, and very, very interesting. And together with so as they opened up the Yeshivat Porat Yosef in the year 1923. So we're talking about he was around 27 years old at this time. He learned with the Talmidim over there in this great yeshiva, where many of the great Sephardi Rabbanim came from naturally. However, as it was dismantled in the year 1948, after the formation of the state at that point in time, he continued teaching them, become a shamash inside the yeshiva itself, and obviously gained some great positions. On top of that, he had a most amazing voice. He was a chazan also, not just in yeshiva. He was practiced chazanot all over in Yerushalayim especially, and specifically of the Shirata Bakashot. It's a Bakashot, especially many of the communities sing on the Friday night, the special Bakashot Shirim. He was actually a master of that at that stage in time. He was also very, very into the Gematriot, where people would come visit him straight away. He would be able to use the different Gematriot, where the numerical values of the Hebrew letters. He was a master of knowing what each of the connotations had for all of the different words and all the different numerical values. In fact, very interesting also, he was very much a person of Simcha the whole time. He very much advocated learning with Simcha, davening with Simcha, and saying Toda la Hashem, Hodu la Hashem ki tov to everything. And one time he very much advocated this, that one of the things that he was doing whenever he was learning Torah was doing the Mishnayot, the Gemara, whatever it might have been inside the Torah, he would sing it, because that would have that extra panache to it. And he was very, very much into, coming close to Hashem. They say that he was one of the Lamed Vav Tzadikim of Am Yisrael, one of the 36 hidden Tzadikim of Am Yisrael. Despite having a huge prestige, there was a lot of obviously great mitzvot and great chesed, which many people didn't know about, which he very much was esteemed to have done. And sadly, he passed away. The English calendar date was the 2nd December 1991. Naturally, Chaf-Hei Kislev, as we come to this festival of miracles. He actually sadly passed away on this date. And he left, his son-in-law was Rabbi Yaakov Svadari. And it was this name is actually a name in the Piskat Zed neighborhood in Yerushalayim. There's a road dedicated to his son-in-law in this great Yerushalayim neighborhood, where many different, one of the biggest neighborhoods in Yerushalayim, Ir HaKodesh, respectively. And he left us with a few treasure chests of different books. One of them is called Imrei Avraham, which is a very great book on the Torah, on the Tefillah and the Moadim, also the different festivals. And it's got many different chidushim inside it. Also, there's also the Or L'Netivotenu, which is also prakim of the life of Rav Yaakov Svadi Vishto, and also his wife. This is his son-in-law we're talking about, which was compiled in Jerusalem. And many different great things. So he's one of the great Syrian Rabbanim that came from Yerushalayim, one of the great teachers of Yeshivat Porat Yosef, one of the great yeshivas of Israel, and arguably of the last few hundred years, who I strongly recommend everyone visit if they're going to come and visit Yerushalayim. So it's going to be his Hilula tomorrow night at the great Syrian Rabbi. Maybe search about him online. There's not so much in the English-speaking language within regards to many of these Rabbanim I'm speaking about, but you find many other great things. And I'll just mention his full name again so that you can search him online. It is Rabbi Avraham Mordechai Nisim Harari Raful. Rabbi Avraham Harari Raful, one of the great Syrian rabbis. It's going to be his Hilula tomorrow night. Maybe we light candles, and maybe all the great mitzvot, all the great acts and everything, all the great Torah which he has done in his life, be protecting all of Am Yisrael as we come inside this festival of Hanukkah, the festival of lights, tomorrow night as we enter it, Kislev, the festival of 8 days. Remember, Hanukkah is actually prestigious that it spans over 2 different months. It's only a festival that actually clashes in 2 different months, Kislev and Tevet respectively, and that's it's gonna start tomorrow evening, and naturally on the Hilula, on his first night. So guys, Av Shavua Tov U'Barach. We've just exited Parashat Vayeshev, and we're coming into a Parashat Miketz this week. And just brachot to all of you here from Israel, from Bet Shemesh, very holy city, near the city of Yerushalayim respectively. Enjoy guys, and have a blessed week. Bye.